Hey everybody, it's Donna Morgana here to bring you another movie review as I see it. So Cinema Corner has reviewed Free Guy. I thought it was a great movie. As far as the concept, it was all about if you're a gamer or you're not a gamer, you got something out of it. If you're a non-gamer, it's a crash course. If you're a gamer, it's fun. So, but the only thing is a Disney movie, so it has lots of elements to it. But first thing you need to know for you non-gamers is it's an NPC, a non-play character. That means the guy that's just walking to work or working in the bank or any of that. He's not the guy that's going to come in and disrupt the whole thing. So a non-player NPC. And then you got to know what artificial intelligence is. It's like playing computer chess with your computer. It has some intelligence, knows trends in what you're doing in a chess game and strategies of what you're doing that it can react to that. So that's artificial intelligence, AI. Okay, intelligence that's artificial, that's inputted by humans. Okay, so there's your two things, NPC and AI. So in our game, they have an NPC character in there that is just goes to work every day, same routine, gets his coffee, goes into the bank. He's held up every day because all the players come in and do that game that they do. So he one day sees this girl and goes, oh, there she is, but I can't talk to her at all because I'm an NPC. So he gets the idea that I'm tired of being an NPC, picks up the glasses of one of the bad guys and gets to play the game. So he's looking through everything and all these different things he could see that he couldn't see as just a little guy that goes to work in his problem every day. So he goes through, and once he finds out this girl he really likes is going through the system to trying to find the game that she created that was stolen by the big conglomerate. So he helps her do that. And to do that, he has to battle some bad guys and dodge cars and help innocent people and all that and gain all these levels. So she notices him and thinks he might be helpful to help her find the code that she did to capture her game back as owner. So as he goes through, he is disrupting the programmers and the owner of the game. And they think it's some guy hacking him when it's really not. It's the AI decoding himself. So as it goes on, he does good. They help find the code that she's looking for. And in the meantime, he takes the other non-player characters or NPCs and says, hey, you can do better than what you're programmed to do. You need to be more challenged than just doing what you do every day, just crossing the street with your cat so they can run over you. So all the NPCs leave the game and all congregate over here. So when the bad guys come in to rob the bank, there's no one there. And everybody that's playing is like, hey, what do I do here? How do I score points? I can't do anything because there's nobody there. So it was a digital walkout. So concept, really good, funny. Ryan Reynolds, lead character, great. He is a cross between Will Ferrell and Steve Carell. He is just a great additive to that. He's the perfect guy for that role. Now, it's a Disney movie, so you think, oh, PG-13 should be good for all kids. Not, because it is strong, violent fantasy, has that in there. It also has very crude and suggested references, and the language is a huge problem. As parents left the game, I heard comments, because that's part of my review, is listening to parents as they're walking out, because I walk out 3 or 4 times just to hear comments from parents, and I just listen. I don't even ask them. They said, I love the movie, but I was so turned off by the crude language that was totally unnecessary, had nothing to do with the plot. So very disappointing that Disney would put F words and religious slurs and that sort of thing that has nothing to do with gaming. So they just have to do that for some reason. They think that's, I have no idea why you do that. But anyway, it took a great concept movie and made it really kind of had a sour taste in your mouth when you went out. Now, one guy was actually seeing it before his child saw it, and he wouldn't let his kids see it after that. He said he was just totally offended. It was all the way through. And there's little kids they're having say that in their lines. It's just really wrong. So anyway, as far as just let a kid be a kid, that's my thing. So that's really my take on that. It has great casting, and of course the the elements were fantastic because in a minute they're players in the game. They have that same look. It's kind of like, it's artificial people, and then 2 seconds later they're live action right out of that whole character. It's just great segues between live action and animated or gaming look. It's just really good. Now, Disney, they can probably do just about anything they want and get away with it because they're Disney. But you can just make the decision yourself depending on your outlook. Do you want your kids to see it? You probably can have them see it. If they had a beep beep for every cuss word they had in there, it'd probably be a lot of beep beeps. But it just depends on what you want to do. But as far as a gamer, it's a fun movie because it's a whole concept that's different than just playing the game. So they did a great job as far as an insight to gaming. So I learned a lot just from watching the movie as far as gaming, and I can see how it can be addictive. And they even have one of the guys in there, and the characters as one of the players going, "What's going on with the game?" Is the infamous 30-year-old that's sitting there in their parents' basement while the rest of the whole family's living their life, and he's just losing it because he's in the game for hours and hours and hours and hours. So they even have that scenario, that stereotype, because it does exist. So anyway, they recognize it and they threw it in there because we all know that happens. So anyway, that's me, Donna Morgana's As I See It, Cinema Corner on Free Guy. And I think it was a great movie, but I think they could have done better and left some of that out. But anyway, see you next time.